What is going on, muln fans? Welcome back to the channel. Let's talk about some things. What do we want to go over today? Well, let's look at a brief look at the charts, and then from there, let's talk about FTDs. We'll look at the number. We're going to kind of educate ourselves on that just a little bit, and we'll look at the ortex. So those are the three things that I want to talk about. We'll keep it a simple video. We'll keep it short. So let's get into the information. I hope you all had a great weekend and you're back to the markets. So I was saying Monday they're going to make their decision. Well, they're actually going to just ride this out to the very bitter end. I mean, we kept consolidating just tighter and tighter and tighter. I was waiting for it to make its pop or its drop, one or the other. This bottom here is holding up pretty well. I'm a little nervous it's going to get pushed down with not being able to set some higher highs in here and just continuing to get compressed, but I don't know. We're trying our best to hold on to that 50-cent strike level, and we're going to see how that plays out. Like I said, I really thought it was going to be today. I didn't think it would consolidate this deep, but tomorrow for sure you can see that we are at the very end basically, and something's going to give one way or the other. We're just going to watch and see which way that goes. As far as the RSIs go, they are cooling off just a little bit. Our 4 hours coming down pretty nice to, if it wants to take a breather and then, you know, hit our 50 and run, that would be our best case scenario to push us in the upward direction. Right now our lower time frames are just kind of coming down, so we need those to really turn around if we want to see this run. The FTDs, I want to talk about this because you're going to get a lot of misinformation, and we just like whoever views these videos to be just a little bit more educated, a little bit more smart in the markets. And you don't have to argue with anybody over this, but check this out. If you just scroll down to this chart exchange, it really tells you this is going to be the thing that you see floating around everywhere. There's this many failed to delivers that are going to, you know, come in on November 9th. We got 4 million that are going to come in on November 11th. We got 5 million that are. It doesn't work like that. Right here, it tells you plain and simple, fails to deliver on a given day are a cumulative number of all fails outstanding until that day, plus new fails that occur that day, less fails that settle that day. So this is just a running tally. Whenever they get out of hand, obviously their goal is to bring that back down to zero. So you'll see times whenever it almost zeroes out and then it jumps right back up, or times that it kind of flip-flops back around. So there are shares that are getting delivered. You know, in here, say, for example, September 26th, there was 6.5 million FTDs. The very next day, September 27th, it's down to 6,000. So they did deliver on those shares. And then they almost got their books wiped out, you know, starting fresh here October 3rd. And then ultimately the FTDs started piling back up. So we always get this delayed. It's not real helpful for us. If we look back through the charts, we can definitely see those numbers come into the price action. We've done it before with other tickers, and just to be able to prove that this number, you know, it's a live number that is being reported on the daily. So unfortunately, it lags behind us. So don't put a whole lot of hype into that. Like I said, you don't have to argue with anybody. It says it right there, black and white. You can read it for yourselves. And then let's look at the ortex. Live short interest percentage of the free float, 27.64%. Live short interest coming in at 92.68 million. Cost to borrow average 29.56%. Utilization at 100. So looking okay, I guess. If I'm just going to say it again. I don't want to see the shorts continue to pile in here. I would rather just see them get out. But right now, what are we looking at? I mean, watch this trend line, I suppose, to hold up. It's held up as support if this wants to push its way down. We talked about that, I believe, somewhere in the, well, whenever we were talking about it, 44 to 46 range. So tomorrow we're going to be somewhere in the 44 to, yeah, about the 43 to 44 range if it wants to catch us, if we get pushed out of this. Otherwise, let's see if we can get back up and over. We got good volume in anywhere from 47 cents and then coming up here to about the 59 cent range. So if we can stay in there, I think we'll see some good, volatile trading. If we drop out of there, we might get a little bit of a slowdown. How long can the volume really stay this high? We get something called volume exhaustion at some point. So either we need to push up and above, I'd say, the 58, 59 cent range, where we can see the volume kind of kick back and it can kind of just settle down a little bit for the meantime there, or we're probably going to see it get pushed down here where the volume kind of cuts back as well. I mean, it can only continue trading this many shares for so long until it just wants to take a break. And where is it going to take that break? Is it going to be up here, or is it going to be down here? We're going to find out pretty soon. So thank you guys for coming back. I appreciate your time. I will catch you in the next one. As always, stay golden, people, and may your accounts stay green.